Hello my dear students, as we are learning here crop production and management. Now third session is going on for the crop production and management. In the first session we learnt about the crops and types of crop like a kharif crop and rabi crop. Now and next session we learnt about here in the agricultural practices. What are the agricultural practices? In that different steps are there, like a preparation of soil. In the last period we learnt. For the preparation of soil, turning and loosening of the soil is there. It is very important. So about that we learnt, and also agricultural implements are there. Which are that one? They are nothing but the plough, hoe, cultivator. They are the agricultural implements. About that also we learnt in the last second session. Now here in this session we are going to learn the next step, that is the sowing. What is sowing and how it is going to do, or what they are using the tools, the farmers, which tools you are using for the sowing. So whenever there is a crop production is there, farmers are first of all going to do the first step, that is the preparation of soil with the help of a plough, turning and loosening of the soil. So sometimes they are using a fertilizers before also, and there is a with the help of that plough here, and hoe, there is a leveling. Plough is there for the turning and loosening of the soil. Then there is a next that is the hoe, with the help of that leveling is going to do, and third one as a cultivator used for the using nowadays as for the here plowing purpose. Next step is there, that is the sowing. Now after the preparation of the soil, it is necessary, that is the sowing of the seeds. Sowing of the seeds, when you are going to do, now sowing is not directly, okay, taking the seeds from the shop and immediately there is the sowing of the seeds. It is necessary to select good quality, clean and healthy seeds of a good variety. It is necessary. Why? Because as you know, when we are sowing the seed, the quality of the seed is there very much necessary. So good quality of the seeds. As you know, you are observing, your mother is bringing different types of cereals, pulses to home. Sometimes you are observing, some are there like a wheat, jawar, if you are observing, otherwise any grams you are observing. Some are bigger in size, some are smaller in size. Also there is sometimes insects are there, rodents are there, they are eating that one, and that type of seeds also we are getting. So it is necessary to select good quality of the seeds which are clean, and also because as I told in that bigger and smaller seeds are also mixed. If you are taking a wheat example, in the wheat there are the big wheat here the grains are there, and sometimes small wheat is mixed with that. So mixture we don't need. We need a same quality, same good variety of the seeds. So selection of a seed is a very much important part here. So good quality of a seeds which are clean and healthy seeds are there. They are necessary in that means insects are not eating by that here seeds which are in a good variety. You know there are in the wheat, in jawar, there are different varieties are there, and so you have here farmers are selecting that one first of all. So that is about the selection of the seeds. It is very much necessary. Farmers prepare to use the seeds which give a high yield. So which are giving a high yield, high production is a necessary, high crop production. If you are selecting good quality, good variety, then only there is a high yield, high production of the crop is there, it is possible. Here seeds are there. Sometimes here there is one method for the selection of the seeds. Take a water in the vessel and take a seeds and put the seeds in that water. So you are observing some seeds are there, they are sitting at the bottom. Some are there, means sinking, and some are floating on the water. Why they are floating? Because they are eaten by some insects, and sometimes they are not a proper one. Means here they are floating. That's here the seeds which are floating on the water, that are not good. The sinking seeds, they have a weight, they are sitting at the bottom. They are sinking, means they are the good quality. So this is one method for the selection of the seeds for the good quality. Means sometimes we are getting a mixture of the seeds. In that we have to select, means good quality seeds we have to remove from that. With the help of that water, take a water in the vessel, put the seeds in the water. You are observing that some seeds are sinking and some are the floating. So sinking seeds are there. You should take and select that one and use it for the sowing in the field purpose. Then you are getting a good production of the yield. So before sowing, one of the important tasks is there, that is the tools for sowing the seeds. Now we selected the seeds. Now it is necessary to select that one. So after the selecting, it is necessary there is the tools to use the sowing the seeds, because there is a big palms are there for the here, and it is not possible by the hand only we are going to here the sowing of the seeds. It is not possible. We are going to do with the help of only hand. So there is a method we are using that one, as there are the different tools nowadays using. So there is one traditional method. There is a funnel shaped structure is there they are using. So for that funnel shaped structure, again 1, 2, 3 pipes are there. With the help of that there is a sowing of the seeds are there. It is a possible, and also there is it is a piercing there down into the soil, and so here, so whenever here you are adding a grains or seed. Yes, that is the traditional method, traditional tool, that is a funnel like structure is there. How it is it is a funnel like structure is a present for the traditional tool, and with the help of that the seeds you are adding there, and that funnel is there attached for the animals. So here traditional it is there method tool is used for sowing the seeds, which is a shaped have a funnel like structure passed down through the 2 to 3 pipes. There is a 2 to 3 pipes are there. From that it is moving down, and it will pierce. It has a sharp ends are there. If you are observing, it has a sharp ends are there, and with the help of that there is these sharp ends are there going here piercing into the soil and place the seed there, and so there is a seeds are there. It will place it there with the help of that. That is the traditional tool is there. It is used, which is a funnel like structure. Nowadays here that is the seed drill is using. Next point is there, that is a seed drill. What is a seed drill? So here sowing the seeds with the help of a tractor. Seed drill is the another one means for the sowing purpose it is using, and this tool is there attached for the tractor. The tool used for the sowing the seeds which is attached for the tractor. Seed sows with equal distance and the depth. So here this seed drill is there, it is attached for the tractor, sowing with the help of tractor, and this here sows seeds uniformly. Uniformly means with a equal distance. If this is a here field with a equal distance, it is a possible. Here one, here one. Here for the equal distance it is possible. So equal distance and depth also means how much deep it is going, for that also it is very much necessary. So here with the help of a seed drill, it has seeds are sowing with equal distance and the depth. At a depth means how much at the soil, top soil is there, it is going at how much bottom, it is necessary. So here equal distance with the depth, it ensures the seeds get covered by the soil, and these seeds are there, they are covering by the soil. If we are sowing the seeds, it is again covering by the soil. So because of that, if seeds are covered by the soil, when we are using the seed drill method, then only. If we are using a traditional tool funnel like structure, in that it is not possible. We are learning about a seed drill. So with the help of seed drill, which is attached for the tractor, here with the equal distance and depth, it is possible. And next one, seeds are get covered by the soil, which are not eating away by the birds. So here it avoids the eating of the birds by that seeds. This protects seeds by the being eaten by the birds, and sowing by using a seed drill, it saves the time and labor. So time and labor is there, it will save here, because it is doing with the help of only one man who is going to like a tractor here. So with the help of a tractor, they are running the tractor, and seeds are there, it is present in that tool, and so with the help of that there is a here it will save the time and labor. With the help of seed drill only it is possible, which saves the time and labor. Next one is that plants get sufficient sunlight, water, and the here nutrients. So if you are observing here because of the seed drill only it is possible that seeds are there sowing with the help of tractor, and there is a equal distance and depth is there. Means keep equal distance between the seeds. It is very much necessary. Why it is necessary? Equal distance of the seeds, because when plants are growing, they need sunlight, nutrient and water. If there is, you are going to do more and more, means there is no any equal distance and crowded plants are there, all plants are not getting the then sunlight, water and nutrients. So they are struggling, that plants are struggling, they are absorbing more here sunlight, water and nutrients. They are not properly growing, and so here it is helping, it is one advantage, that is it saves the time and labor, and also here there is plants are getting sufficient sunlight, water and the nutrients when sowing with the help of the seed drill. Here also appropriate distance between seed, it is necessary to avoid overcrowding, otherwise there is overcrowding of the plants. So more and more plants in a one place means they are not getting a proper sunlight, proper nutrients and water. So here, as you know, so nowadays also population so much increase, so everyone not getting a proper food. Like that soil also, in the soil if more number of plants are growing, they are struggling. Here there is overcrowding of the plants and they are struggle, they fight for the sunlight, water and here nutrients, minerals. So here sometimes the plants are growing, here what farmers are doing, they are removing some plants which are having overcrowding, more number of plants if it will come. Here the plants are there, as few plants may have to remove to prevent overcrowding. If it is seeing that there is overcrowding of the plants are there, then some saplings are there, they are removing by the farmers sometimes. So here equal distance of the plants, like if here growing, they are getting a proper sunlight, depth is a proper, and they are getting a proper water, nutrients, and so here this is with the help of a seed drill it is possible. So there is the advantage of the seed drill, that is it saves time and labor, and also there is its seeds are sowing with the equal distance and the depth, and seeds are covered by the soil. It is very much important. It is not eating by the by the birds. They will protect the seeds. So it will protect the seeds. So this is about the seed drill. Here. So here, next one, after the sowing of the seeds with the help of a traditional method is there, tools using like a funnel-like structure, and next method is there as seed drill is using for the sowing of the seeds. Now after the selection of the seeds, sowing of the seeds, there is next method is there, or next step is there, adding the manures and fertilizers. Why manures and fertilizers are necessary here? We are going to see. So the third step is there for the agriculture, in the agriculture practices, that is adding the manures and fertilizers. So here the substance which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients. So the farmers are there, they will add the substance here in the soil here. So the substance which are added to the soil in the form of the nutrients for the healthy growth of the plants. It makes the healthy growth of the plants, which are the nutrients, the substances which are adding into the here soil for the as it gives the nutrients for the healthy growth of the plants. It is necessary. So the substance which are added for the here nutrients are adding healthy growth of the plant is there going to take place with the help of manure and fertilizers. Manures are different than the fertilizers. What is the difference in between that we are going to see here. So here, why the manures and fertilizers are necessary? In the soil, as you know, the top layer of the soil is there, it has a more number of nutrients, minerals are present. Then why we are adding a manure and fertilizers? As you know, the farmers are growing a number of the crops, one season after another, next season. As it is continuously, the plants are there or crops are there growing one by one. But here, they will not leave it empty. The field never let the uncultivated. As the plants, crops are growing because of the minerals and nutrients, So here one after another the crops are there, they are growing, they will use more and more number of nutrients from the soil. So soil get here loses, or there is a number of percentage of the nutrients is there, it becomes decreasing. So it is necessary to give the here from outside, that is the manures and fertilizers. Then only there is a means if plants are living uncultivated sometimes, that is also one good one for the here to get the soil nutrients. So here the field is never left uncultivated or fallow, that here, and so because of that here nutrients from the soil is there, it is decreasing. Those farmers grows the crop one after another, and though there is a nutrient deficiency is there, it is taking place, deficiency of the nutrients from the soil, because here we are using the plants are using more and more number of nutrients from the soil, and so there is a depletion or decreasing the nutrients from the soil, and it is necessary to give the manure and fertilizer for the soil. And here, so continuous cultivation of the crops make the soil in here poor in nutrients. When there is a continuous cultivation of the crop is there, continuously we are growing the crop after one season, land is not empty, it is going continuously, there is a cultivation of the crops, and it makes the soil is poor in the nutrient, here poor soil in the nutrients. So nutrients are there poor in the soil. There is a deficiency of the nutrients taking place because of the continuously cultivation of the crop is there when we are going to do. So to replenish that one, therefore farmers are adding the manure here to replenish the soil. So what deficiency of the nutrients, minerals taken place, to replenish that one, to recover that one, farmers are adding here manure. So here farmers will add the manure, this process is there, it is called as a manuring. When farmers are adding manure for the replenishing, for recovery of the soil, for the nutrients, so that is called as a manuring. Here improper or insufficient manuring results in the weak plants. If we are not adding a manure, improper or here when there is insufficient nutrients are there in the soil, there is a growth of the crop is plants are there, not a proper one, and so we are observing that in some area there is a crop production is a proper one, in some area it is weak plants are there because they are not adding the manure and fertilizers properly in the soil, and so it is necessary for the growth of the plant, for the number of plant growing more, and for the stronger one plant, for the nothing but there is a proper production and more yielding of the crop is there, it is taking place when you are providing the manures and fertilizers. So here what is the manure then? Manure is an organic substance which is obtaining here from the decomposition of the plants and animals. So what are the manures? Manures is an organic substance which are here obtained from decomposition of the plants and animals. Manures are preparing here means as you know in the field there are different number of variety of the crops are there, plants are there growing. So unuseful parts are there, it is obtaining from organic substances from the decomposition of the plants. Some straws are there, some stalks are there, some leaves are there. They are throwing in one pit. They are preparing, farmers are preparing one pit, backyard of that their field. One area they are choosing, and in that area they are throwing in one pit which are some plants are there which are like stalks, leaves, some parts are not useful of the plants, so they are throwing in that pit. And also the animal like cow, buffalo's dungs are there, they will add there. And for some years they are adding that one, means how much it is available like that in that pit. When that pit is full, here that is decomposing with the help of the microorganisms. Microorganisms are there, they are decomposing that plant and animal waste, and then farmer dump that one plant and animal waste into the pit, open place, and allow to decompose. It allows for the decompose for some time, for some months, and then the decomposition is caused by some organism. Decomposed matter is used as a organic manure. So here that farmers are allowing that plants and animals waste is there, they are throwing in one pit, and it will allow for the decomposition by the microorganism. It is taking place, and decomposed part is there, it is used as a organic manure. And so here this is like a vermicomposting also, you know about that, vermiculturing. So worms are there culturing, and they are also one type of using as organic manure. So here, did plants or glass grow at the same place which glass shows? Here better growth of the plant, in which glass was here grow faster. Here is one activity 1.2. You should take some any type of seeds, like take a moog, otherwise here different type of any grams are there, that one take. And here take a moog or gram seeds and germinate them. Put in the water, as you know, germinated seeds are the sprouts you are eating. Like that, make for them germination. Leave that one for the germination purpose. And after that, take A, B, C. Here, three types of 3 glass take, in that take soil. And here, now here take 3 empty glasses, similar vessel, and now add little amount of soil and mix them that with a little cow dung manure. Take a cow dung, that is the manure, because with the manures are nothing but organic manures are there. So next one is there here, that is the one activity here we are going to do. But before that, we are going to see the fertilizers. Then we will see the activity, that is the fertilizers. Now next one is there. So manures are there. They are organic substance obtained from the decomposition of the plants and animals. What are the fertilizers? Fertilizers are there. They are chemicals which are rich in a particular nutrient. See here, chemicals are there which are rich in a particular nutrients. Which nutrient you need? You need a nitrogen, you need a phosphorus, otherwise you need a potash. That type of nutrients are present. Like nowadays in the market, different type of fertilizers are available, which are preparing in the factories. These are man-made, and it adds a particular nutrient, which is soil testing is going to do, and in that soil which nutrient is less, that only adding. Like here there are the different types of fertilizers are there, like a NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potash, all 3 adding. If you not need only urea, means nitrogenous fertilizer, it is only urea you should add. Ammonium sulfate is there, that you should add. Super phosphate, potash, means single nutrients, if it is less in your soil, that you should add. Means what is the meaning of manure? It adds chemicals which are rich. It is one type of a chemical prepared in the factories. So they are chemicals which are rich in a particular nutrient. If you need a nitrogen or phosphorus or potash, like that you are going to add. If you need 3 at a time, means NPK, you should provide that one. So that is about fertilizers. Replenishing of the soil is there with the help of crop rotation also taking place. So here the use of fertilizers has helped farmer to get a better yield. Fertilizers are good one, because there is a good yield, better yield is there properly taking place. When we are using manures, they are not that much rich in all nutrients. Okay, there is a poor soil is there going to take place, otherwise water holding capacity is increasing. But proper nutrient or particular nutrient we are not getting. How we are getting? By the fertilizers, like that by the manures it is not possible. So here it is better yield is there with the help of a fertilizer, there is a better yield. And there is an example like here maize, paddies are there, wheat is there, they are example for the growing with the help of fertilizers. But excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile. Don't use the excessive one, because the fertilizers are chemicals. So there is a percentage of salt is increasing, and fertility of soil is there decreasing, and soil becomes infertile. So it becomes a less fertile one. Fertilizers have also become a source of water pollution. And see, soil is polluting, so less fertile become, not good for the growth of the plants when you are giving excess fertilizers. So proper amount of fertilizer you should provide, otherwise there is fertilizers, when we are giving the excess one, it has made the soil less fertile, infertile become, and pollution is increasing, and therefore here in order to maintain the fertility of the soil, we have to substitute fertilizer with the organic manure or leave here field uncultivated in between the two crops. So it is better to use the less fertile use, and another one method is there, that is in order to maintain the soil fertility we have to use the manures, otherwise it is better to leave the gap in between the two crops. Means now you take on a wheat, for the after wheat you should leave the gap, don't sow any don't take any other crop, leave that soil empty land as it is for some days, and then after that season again take a next crop. It is good one, otherwise it is better to use the manures. So leaving the land uncultivated for here for the after next season, after one crop taking. The use of manure improves the soil texture as well as water retaining capacity. So as I told you, if you are using a manure, it improves the soil texture, quality of the soil is increasing, water holding capacity is there, it is increasing, soil become more porous one, and it replenish the soil with the nutrients. All nutrients are also adding there. So another one method is there for the replenishment of the soil. Another one method is there, that is the crop rotation. What is crop rotation? If we are taking, like farmers are taking the crops, like now taken here first of all take a groundnut, otherwise any grams, and next time you should take a wheat. Means see here, now if you are taking like in a kharif crop you are taking a groundnut. Groundnut is a leguminous plant. See, leguminous, that is called as also dicotyledon. Dicotyledon, or also called here that is called as a legumes. So if your leguminous plants are there, they are having a Rhizobium bacteria are there, nitrogen rich is there. They are having a nitrogen rich plants are there, and so when we are taking a leguminous plants or dicotyledonous plants in one season, in the next season, see what we are seeing here, crop rotation. First season there is a leguminous plant, dicotyledon plant like a groundnut or any grams. The root nodules of the groundnut, root nodules of the leguminous plants has, like a groundnut has the Rhizobium bacteria that are present in the root, and here like this there is a root nodules are there for the groundnuts, they are present here, and there are the micros here, Rhizobium bacteria. Rhizobium bacteria are present in that. So these Rhizobium bacteria are there which are enriching the here percentage of, means they will absorb the nitrogen from the atmosphere, from the soil, and make the soil rich in the nitrogen. And so because of that, here there is these leguminous plants, they fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil because they absorb the more number of nitrogen. These are present only in the leguminous plants, and they will absorb the nitrogen from the atmosphere, and here there is a fixing of nitrogen in the soil taking place, and it will help for the next season. Which crop we are taking, like a wheat, which is a monocotyledon in the first season. In the second season, monocotyledon, like a wheat is there, jawar is there. So these wheat, jawar are there, they are the monocotyledon. They have not capacity to absorb the nitrogen. Now in the next season, when we are taking a monocotyledon plants, as we taken in the first season, dicotyledon like a leguminous, so nitrogen fixation already taken place, and that nitrogen is using by that wheat. So this is a crop rotation method. It is a useful. So either means here proper formation or adding a manure and fertilizers, for that here to avoid that for enriching of the soil and nutrients, this method is also useful. So either use a less nutrient, otherwise if you are using a manure is a good one. Also there is another one method, that is keep the land uncultivated for some one season. So these are the different, means here proper nutrients in the soil, if we want a proper one, or there is a percentage of the soil deficiency of the nutrients is there, it is not less one taking place with the help of this method. Here is one activity. 3 glasses they taken A, B, C. In the first mix soil with a soil cow dung. In the second B glass is there, in that take with the soil mix their fertilizers. In the third only you should use the soil. You are observing that the plants are growing in a different like A, B, C. So here A and B is their proper growth of the plant taken place, but in the C it is not proper one. A and B, in that if we are comparing, B has a more growth is there because we added here fertilizers, which are the chemicals which are supplying only the particular nutrients. So here we are observing that fertilizers are good, but fertilizers make soil pollution is increasing, and also soil makes less fertile, and chemicals we are adding which is not good for the plant, because through the plant it will enter in our body also. So here use less fertilizers, use more manures, otherwise keep the land uncultivated for some time. So these are the different methods are there. Otherwise another one method, as I told, there is a crop rotation is there. So with the help of the crop rotation, the nitrogen fixation with the help of Rhizobium Bacteria it is taking place, and then that Rhizobium is used by the monocotyledon plant like a wheat in the next season. So these are different methods are there. So advantages of the manure, which are the advantages of the manures are there, as I told here, the organic manure is considered better than the fertilizer. Always manures are better than the fertilizers, because as I told, pollution is not there, and also here there is soil becomes more fertile because of the here manures when you are using here you are using the fertilizers, soil becomes infertile and so, and sometimes pollution of the soil is because when we are using excess one, pollution of the soil taking place, and it adds these are the chemicals are not good. So and here sometimes the bacteria which are present, microorganism present in the soil, it will harming for that here microorganisms also, the fertilizers, because they are the chemicals. So advantages of the manure, it enhances the water holding capacity. Manures are the good one, it will increasing the water holding capacity, as water giving one day after another day, otherwise in 3-4 days one time we are giving. Sometimes rainy season, rain is not proper one in rainy season also, that time it is necessary the water holding capacity more for the crops, and so here it increases the water holding capacity of the soil. In the soil it has a more water holding capacity because of the here these are the advantages are there for the of manures. So manures are there, water holding capacity increasing, soil become more porous one. Soil is a porous one, it makes the soil porous, which exchange of gases becomes easy. When soil is a porous means a soft porous soil is there, and so exchange of gas, because roots are there of the plants need the exchange of the gases here properly. So soil is a porous it here, and because of that, due to that exchange of gases is there, it is become easier one. Third one, improves the texture of the soil. So third one is there, it increases the number of here friendly microbes. As I told, if we are using fertilizers, it will it will harm for the microorganisms. But if we are using a manure, it will not harm. If we are using the manure, then because of that, here the number of friendly microbes are there. Here number of microbes are increasing in the soil. So that is the third one, and this is the fourth one. Third one, number of microbes in the soil, it will increase, and fourth one, here it improves the texture of the soil. So these are the advantages are there for the manures. Number of microbes are increasing, and there is the that there are the decomposition of the plants and animals. With the help of that, manures are prepared, in that more number of microbes are present, and also it improves the texture of the soil, which is necessary for the proper growth, proper yield production of the crop. It is very much necessary. Next one, differences are there in between the fertilizers and manure. What are the differences in fertilizers and manure? Fertilizers, as I told, they are the man-made are there. Inorganic salt, and they are inorganic salt. They are one type of soils which are man-made. And here, manures is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of the plants and animals. Before only, I told only we are observing now difference. So, see in your textbook, in that here already there is in the textbook difference they gave, that I am explaining. So, here first one, fertilizers are the man-made which have inorganic salts are present, and minerals here, manures are there, they are the natural substances are there, these are organic one, and by the decomposition of the cattle dung and the plant residues. Plants are there like stalks, leaves are there in the farm, it is present, they are throwing in the pit, and also the cow buffalo dungs are there in the pit, they are allowed to decompose and it will convert into the manure. Fertilizers is prepared in the factories, as I told, second one point, that one, and manure can be prepared in the field. In the field, in one pit they are preparing, and here fertilizers are there, they will prepare in the factory. Third one, fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil. Any humus is there, like a plant and animal decomposition matter is there, organic matter is there present, that is the humus is not providing that one, because of that water holding capacity not increasing. Otherwise, also number of friendly microbes, texture of the soil is not improving there. Only there is a improving the crop one. Here it is nothing but particular nutrient only providing that fertilizers. Manure provides a lot of humus to the soil, so it provides more humus more to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in a plant's nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Particular nutrient we are providing, like if you need nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, which you need, you are able to provide that one. Manure is a relatively less rich in the plant nutrient. So, before only as we saw the activity also. So, first one is there in that cow dung is there. Proper growth of the plant is not there because they are less rich in one particular nutrient. They have nothing but means humus is more, water holding capacity is increasing, as we saw advantages like soil become a more porous one, number of microbes are increasing, it improves the texture of the soil. But proper nutrient is not providing here. So, manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. They are not in particular nutrient, they are not a rich one, that is the manure. So, here this is about the difference between the fertilizers and the manure, and also here about the third step, that is the adding manures and the fertilizers. So, what are manures, what are fertilizers, and why they are necessary for the growth of the plants, for the and cultivation of the crops, and also about the what is the different methods are there for the here than the using the fertilizers, because the fertilizers makes a pollution, and also here land becomes fertility of the land is there, soil is there, it decreasing, less fertile become, and also we saw advantages of the manure and difference between the fertilizers and manure. Next one point is there irrigation. We are going to see that one in the next time, and now this is about the here adding manure and fertilizers. I hope so you are doing homework properly. Whatever the different questions which I am giving as a homework, you should solve that one in your classwork, and words also write. Before only I told to write the words on the whole lesson, dictation words which are difficult one for you, and also write here which homework I am giving, that you write in the classwork. Read the lesson properly and do your homework properly. Thank you.